In the year 2149, the sky was no longer blue. The air turned into poison, and the earth was sold as recyclable waste. But while cities sank into concrete and smoke, in the last living forest on the planet, they resisted. Strong women, trained by the wind, guided by the roots, called the Earth's guardians. While the powerful searched for new planets to explore, they fought for this one. An arrow cuts through the air. A drone explodes in red flames. She runs, she leaps, she protects. And thus begins the war that is not seen on screens, but pulses through the Earth. The Earth's guardians, when loving the Earth is an act of rebellion. After the climate collapse of 2108, the large corporations took control of what was left of the world. There were no more governments, only brands. Barcodes replaced flags. Most of the population lives enclosed in artificial domes, breathing oxygen that was bought, drinking filtered water made from the Earth's tears. But in the heart of the resurrected Amazon, where nature still breathes with fury, a secret survives. An ancient tribe reborn under the leadership of a woman named Kori. She has no army, she has sisters. She has no nuclear weapons. She has seeds, arrows, and forgotten wisdom. Kori speaks with the earth, and the earth ... answers, while scientists create bacteria to terraform Mars. She cultivates orchids that heal. While the powerful manipulate the truth, she engraves the past into the tree bark that her voice disturbs, and because of that ... she is hunted by drones, by mercenaries, by systems that do not tolerate love for the earth. And still, she does not retreat. In the living forest, the days have no hours, only signs. The guardians wake to the cry of the macaws and sleep to the pulse of the roots. They train barefoot in the mud, molding their bodies to nature. Every movement is silent, calculated, ancient. Kori, in complete silence, glides through vines. She observes from the top of an ancient tree. The rough trunk touches her skin as a warning. She spots, in the distance, two metallic capsules tear through the sky and land near the smoke river. She does not speak. She just raises two fingers. 3 warriors emerge from the shadows, their faces painted with mud and charcoal, eyes sharp, breath controlled. They are not forest fantasies. They are real warriors. One of them, Sina, leaps onto a rock and throws a sound sensor made from a glass bottle and resin fragments. Another Yari climbs the nearest tree with 2 daggers strapped to her ankle. They communicate with gestures. They know the sound can be tracked, and they know they are being watched. In the camp, the elders weave codes into dry leaves, a language of protection. The children learn to listen to the forest before speaking, and the men who live with them ... learn with humility. Kori descends from the tree, kneels on the wet earth, and touches the soil as if touching the face of a wounded mother. She whispers in her forgotten tongue, "They've arrived again." But they don't know that now the forest has a voice. And with every step the pursuers take towards the green, a new chapter of the rebellion begins, because Kori knows saving the planet ... is not fiction. It is legacy, it is war, and love too. The night falls dense over the forest. The branches whisper secrets only the roots understand. The sky ... cut by heavy silences. Kori and Sina patrol the edge of the dark valley, a forbidden area where drones fall, but never fly again. Suddenly ... a sound, different, not from the forest, not from the beasts. A body, fallen, a man, unconscious, bloodied, and covered in soot. High sector uniform, control chip broken on his neck. Kori stops. Sina draws her blade, but Kori raises her hand. Something in that face is not a threat. It is memory, or perhaps prophecy. She approaches, touches his skin. It burns, not just with fever, but something deeper. Desertion. He ran. But from what? And why? While the other guardians form the perimeter, Corey carries the man to a clearing protected by giant bromeliads. He babbles, speaks names, codes, whispers words about a biological weapon, about a date, about a programmed extinction. He wakes. Blue eyes, frightened, but when he looks at Corey, something changes. It's not just her face, it's the calm and the chaos. It's the light at the end of escape. You're not like them, double quotes, he whispers. Corey doesn't respond, but her eyes burn like wet embers. She watches every movement of his. She's a warrior, but also a woman. And she feels, even without wanting, she's a warrior, but also a woman, that something will change. In the dome, the sensors beep. A deserter has vanished, and the satellites track his pulse. The forest is invaded. The hunt begins. But what they don't know is that now he's not alone. He's with her, and the forest protects its own. Dawn, usually peaceful, now becomes a silent battlefield. The satellites watch from afar, but the guardians know the real war is on the ground, in the skin of the earth they tread. Corey, with the man by her side, feels the approaching enemies. The ground is being invaded, but this time, it's not just mercenaries. They are elite troops from the high sector, trained to eradicate any resistance. Sina and Yari are in position, ready to defend, but Corey has another strategy. The man, now standing, sweating cold, looks at the guardians with eyes burning and a decision that rises in his chest. He knows what they're planning. He knows about the biological capsules. He knows they will destroy the balance of the forest and the land where the guardians live. The high sector is bringing the end, and he, once a spy, is now the only key to stop it. But does he have the courage to betray the empire that created him? Does his life mean more than the war he was forced to fight? A scream. The first capsule explodes on the horizon. The forest shakes. It's a call to the end. But Corey, the leader, the guardian, does not falter. She looks at the man and needs no words. Her eyes speak the truth he's afraid to see. There's no turning back. He extends his hand, hesitates, and with one motion, tears the control bracelet from his wrist, a symbol of his submission to the high sector, the death of his old identity. He is no longer a soldier, now he is an ally, and together they will fight what he helped create. Corey nods. The sound of war echoes behind them, that they are ready. The ancient codes resonate in the forest. The guardians, united with a converted enemy, initiate the attack. They move like shadows with precision and agility. Sina fires explosive arrows. Yari uses her sharp blades to cut the high sector drones in half. And Corey, the force that cannot be contained, leads the charge. The forest responds with fury. Roots rise from the ground, stone knives are thrown, and the trees, in one last act of resistance, seize the soldiers. But in the midst of battle, a scream of pain cuts the air. Yari falls. She was hit by a capsule that tears through her chest, staining the earth red. Corey sees her in a moment of despair. Everything freezes. The world around her seems to lose its rhythm, and she, the leader, feels the weight of her sister falling. Fury takes over. With eyes blazing, Corey lets out a battle cry, a primal scream that echoes throughout the forest. The sound is like thunder, a warning to all who dare disrespect her land and people. With a quick motion, Corey bursts into action. Her hands touch the earth and the roots respond as she destroys one by one the capsules threatening the forest. Each capsule is destroyed with supernatural force, as if the earth itself rises to defend what is hers. The battle takes a new turn. The guardians, imbued with strength from Yari's pain, fight with an unstoppable fury. He, the man who was once the enemy, joins Corey, moving by her side, destroying capsules and soldiers with renewed focus, an alliance forged in blood and pain. The battlefield quiets, but something new begins. A union forged by pain and choice. He extends his hand to Corey, no longer the cold spy, but the man she trusted. And together they look to the future, not with fear, but with the certainty that the war has been won. Corey, with eyes red from rage and determination, looks at her fallen sister. Yari is not lost. She will survive just like the forest, and together they will rebuild what was broken. Because true strength comes from unity, and nothing, no one, can destroy what is alive. The battle is over, but the true struggle is just beginning. Corey surveys the ruins around her, the forest partially destroyed but still alive. The earth breathes with renewed breath as she kneels by Yari's side. She squeezes her sister's hand, feeling the warmth of her body and the pain that has not yet dissipated. But it is there in that moment of stillness that Corey feels the connection that unites them, not just as sisters, but as guardians of the earth. The man is by her side, now more than an ally, but someone who shares the same cause.